Currently, neck guards are not mandatory for players in the NHL. After the recent tragic death of former NHL player Adam Johnson, who played in the UK Elite Ice Hockey League, many are pushing the NHL to mandate neck guards. Should the NHL mandate neck guards, or will they wait for a tragedy on NHL ice for that to happen? We'll explore these questions as well as look at helmets in the NHL and what tragedy occurred for those to eventually be mandated. We'll also take a look at some serious eye injuries that led the NHL to mandate visors. NHL players did not wear helmets until 1979. League president John Ziegler announced that all players who signed a contract after June 1979 had to wear one. The NHL fatal tragedy that eventually led the league to mandate helmets occurred on January 13, 1968, when Minnesota's Bill Masterton struck his head on the ice in an NHL game and never regained consciousness. His death remains the only on-ice fatality in NHL history. It took the NHL 11 years from the time of Masterton's death to mandating helmets. In his memory, the NHL awards the Bill Masterton Memorial Trophy annually to the player who best exemplifies the qualities of perseverance, sportsmanship, and dedication to ice hockey. The last player to play without a brain bucket was Craig MacTavish of the St. Louis Blues in the 1996-97 hockey season. In 2013, the league started mandating visors for all incoming players. Existing players were grandfathered in and had the choice to wear a visor. One of the most prominent injuries that led the NHL to mandate visors was when Bryan Berard took a stick to his eye on a shot follow-through from Marian Hossa on March 11, 2000. Berard was fortunate he didn't lose his eye, but required multiple surgeries, missed the following season, and never regained full vision. He eventually returned to the NHL, playing 6 more seasons. Similar to the helmet mandate timeline, it took the NHL about 13 years to mandate visors after Berard's injury. Here's a few other major eye injuries in the NHL where visors could have helped and likely contributed to the 2013 visor mandate. In 2010, Mike Mottau took a puck to his eye but got lucky with no permanent damage.
When you get one from that close proximity to the shooter that you worry about is at the eye.
And in 2011, Manny Malhotra took a puck to the eye. Also in 2011, Chris Pronger got hit in the eye by a stick on a follow-through.
You're reaching with the stick there, and it goes up off of that stick.
Oh,
it's a stick to Grabowski on the follow-through.
And even with face shields, they're definitely not foolproof, as you'll see in these next couple clips. Here's how close Drew Miller was to losing his eye from a skate blade in 2015.
It's Mark Stone's skate. Came up and cut him. Oh my.
Back to the skate right there, as we get a good look at Mark Stone just read.
Different if Zetterberg was not able to see the puck, but it's a little different for me.
And to think, he wanted to go back into the game the other night, contemplating with the doctor. No say on that one, and she said, not a chance. He said, okay then.
And one more recent injury in 2023 with Jakub Lauko also taking a skate to the face. Luckily, he was okay.
How is the eye feeling?
It feels good now. It feels good. You know, I'm just grateful that I can be here now because, you know, it was a close call. It was very close to the eye. And
did you know NHL players are not allowed to wear full face masks? The exception is after an injury for protection.
I did not know that.
Since paying fans like to instantly recognize their favorite players and the league is in the business to make money, it's highly unlikely wire cages will be worn in the future. The NHL have had some serious neck injuries from skate cuts, most notably goalie Clint Malarchuk in 1989 and Richard Zednik in 2008. Malarchuk's jugular vein was sliced open by an ice skate in a collision. His team's athletic trainer Jim Pizza Pizzatelli, who was a former U.S. Army combat medic in the Vietnam War, pinched off Malarchuk's vein and kneeled on his collarbone. Medical experts said if it wasn't for Pizza's quick actions, Malarchuk would have died that day. Amazingly, he was back on the ice in 10 days. He's a hockey player. What do you expect? Richard Zednik was cut in the neck from an errant skate that severed his carotid artery, causing it to expel a large trail of blood as he skated off the ice. Fortunately, his injury wasn't life-threatening and he was stabilized in the locker room shortly afterwards. However, it looked terrible. Here's the PA announcement about Zednik's condition that sparked an ovation from the crowd.
Richard Zednik is in stable condition.
Wow.
Making the announcement on the PA that he's in stable condition.
With the recent tragedy of Adam Johnson, neck guards are on the NHL's radar. NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman told reporters recently that introducing neck guards, either through a mandate or a phased-in basis, is something the league will discuss with the Players Association. Bettman said the NHL doesn't impose equipment changes without the agreement of the NHLPA, and said the league wants to prioritize protection, but added that NHL players have the right to make some decisions for themselves. Johnson's name has now joined Masterton, Berard, and Malhotra on the list of hockey players associated with some of the game's tragic history. How the NHL and the players handle the neck guard debate could very well determine if anyone else is added to that list. Hopefully they won't wait until it's too late. If you're a hockey player or hockey parent and interested in practical options to protect the neck, wrist, and legs, I have some links in the description below. Check out these other NHL hockey vids and please like and subscribe to help the channel grow. Stay junkin', my friends.